Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We're back for the first time in a bit. We took a break and now we're back and we're energized and we're excited. And we hope you're excited too. So we're doing things.
It's been a couple months off.
It's been a couple months. We're going to do a couple things a little different. We're going to move through the top. We'll still do the top 5. It's still the top 5 comics of the week. They were next week's comics, but this week they're this week's comics.
You're out of practice.
I'm out of practice. I got to get back into it. But yeah, we have top 5 comics, but we also want to introduce like a kind of a topic at the end to kind of go over some bigger news or what we're personally getting into, that kind of stuff. And this week it's Star Wars themed because there are things happening.
Yeah, and we want to use it kind of as a way to, keep our conversations more tailored towards one topic as opposed to going all over the place. And, if you guys have any suggestions for things that you want to hear our stupid opinions about, you can let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. But we're going to start with our number 5 this week. No surprise. Ultimate Spider-Man, number 10.
There is no surprise.
There's no surprises this week at all. We chose the best week to come back. We chose the best week to come back because all of our staples come out this week.
So the synopsis for this issue is J. Jonah Jameson, Ben Parker, and the Green Goblin collide. Fan favorite duo Ben Parker and J. Jonah Jameson take center stage in this investigative mystery issue. But in this world of shadows and secrets, every unturned rock leads to danger, and they'll soon have to decide which is the greater challenge, uncovering secrets or keeping them. Now, I mean, everyone knows I am all about Spider-Man. But all in all, I do think Hickman's doing a great job with this series so far.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
That said, the Green Goblin thing, him being like boys with Spider-Man, has to end at some point, and I think we're getting there. Yeah. I'm hoping that this issue is gonna, seemingly judging by the cover too, that's what's happening. But I do like that cover a lot too, with the little homage to the classic Ramita cover. But yeah, so this one's interesting. I'm waiting for them to really catch steam because obviously the Ultimate Universe is not going anywhere.
Right.
And right now they're building the characters, but I think this one's going to take off pretty soon.
Nice. Looking forward to catching. This is on my list of things to catch up on.
I would say all of the Ultimate Universe, man.
Yeah.
But definitely start with this.
Yeah. Should I start with the main line?
Honestly, if you are able to do it, like, basically...
in order of it coming out?
Ultimate Spider-Man... I'm not up to date on Ultimate X-Men.
Okay.
That's the only one I'm not up to date on. But it's kind of like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, and the Ultimates. Now, the Ultimates is starting to build towards everyone getting together.
Okay.
So the Ultimates is definitely the main line, the main story. So that one you definitely want to catch up on, but I think Spider-Man's going to be a big part of it once they finally get through some world building.
He always is.
Always.
Moving on to our number 4 this week, we got the Department of Truth, number 26. Huck was the first hunter of the Department of Truth ever recruited, tasked with tackling and killing the strange creatures known as wild fictions. But in 1962, amongst the sun-baked backlots of Hollywood, Huck came face to face with the strangest creature of them all, Marilyn Monroe. Acclaimed artist Allison Sampson returns for a uniquely American tragedy.
Yeah, I'm so happy that Department of Truth is back.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's
well, so this is the 3rd or 4th issue back from like a pretty long break. But I don't know what it is about this book, but I don't know. it speaks to me the most out of Tynion's stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just so cool the way they kind of go back into American pop culture and re-envision it, and I don't know, the art always gets me. But yeah, they're doing a lot with like JFK, and now obviously Marilyn Monroe is going to be part of it.
All the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, you can't talk about JFK and not mention Marilyn Monroe. You know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm super excited this book is back. And that it's weird to me that it's only at 26 issues because it feels like it's been
a minute.
So long.
Yeah. There's been breaks.
It also makes sense with how many breaks they've taken.
Because Tynion's been a busy guy because he's also our number 3 slot with House of Slaughter. Number 26.
So House of Slaughter, number 26. After the revenge-filled conclusion to the Butcher's War, a new monster of unknown origin stalks the halls of Nolan's house, a hunter desperately seeking answers. Something unthinkable is connected to the totem of each monster hunter, and readers will never look at them the same after this. Meanwhile, Gerd is still hunting for power and control, and her plot for domination thickens. So now this one, I mean, Tynion's not the writer, but I'm assuming he's written pretty much the, outline of the book.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I would assume it. But
yeah, Sam Jones is the writer.
Yeah. But dude, the last arc was awesome. And then this is going to be finally, they kind of stayed with the white masks for a while. For the main story with the Butcher War. But now I think we're gonna get the Azure masks now and start learning a little bit more again.
Nice.
Because there was a while where every arc was just a new mask.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And then now I think they stuck with Jace Boucher probably, since he's New Orleans. But this one again, it comes down to Tynion, and everybody working on this book is fantastic. But then the art, I just love the art in these books. It's a little bit more wild than Something is Killing the Children.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of wild, we got Radiant Black, and the Catalyst War continues. Pieces fall into place, endless possibilities collapse. The end of the world is at hand. The first half of a story that continues in Radiant Black 30.5. So we got 2 issues coming out this week.
Which technically also makes the top 5.
Yeah.
Dude, this I would suggest getting caught up on. It's taken 8 months to get out 5 issues of this well, I guess technically 10 issues.
Yeah.
But so finally we're gonna find out who is keeping the Radiant, since they did that vote.
Yeah, that's right.
Figure out who keeps it. So I don't think solicitations have anything past 30.5. So I think we're gonna go into another little break for Kyle Higgins and Radiant Black. But this one I'm super pumped about just finding out, because I voted. I know how I want.
Cool.
But this story's been really fun. The Catalyst Wars, I kind of super dark, way darker than I expected, even though I expected it to be pretty dark. I would highly recommend anyone out there who's not caught up on Radiant Black get caught.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where I left off, because I know I wasn't too far behind.
Had you started reading the 0.5s?
No. Okay, so I'm up through trade paperback 3, so I'm up to 18.
Yeah, so you're pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're just doing it as trades. I'm wondering if the whole Catalyst War will be its own.
I'm sure. I'd assume so, and probably oversized with all these double issues.
Yeah, I'd assume it's a 10-issue trade because I mean,
Or you break it
you
up into
can't really
two.
break it up. Like the only way to break it up is there really isn't a way to.
Can't split it down the
I
middle.
guess I don't know because they had that super massive event as well,
Right.
which kind of tied in. So unless they threw that in somewhere, um, I'm not sure how they could divide it. But either way, I mean, Kyle Higgins has got so many things going on, and he needs to keep on working on Radiant Black. That's all I know,
No biases.
But I've read a couple of his other stuff, like No One ended
Mm-hmm.
already, and I like the end of that a lot. So maybe that'll be one of our topics in a few weeks. Is just Kyle Higgins books.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, we know our topic for next week is going to be Nightwing. Fallen Grace in part 5 of 5. The final issue.
Number 118, the final issue of Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo's award-winning run, embark on an exhilarating journey through the streets of Bloodhaven as we bid a heartfelt farewell to the dynamic duo of Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo in the epic conclusion to their award-winning run. With Nightwing's fear of heights overcome, he returns to Bloodhaven for one final face-off with Heartless and Tony Zuko. It's the battle you've all been waiting for, and if we've learned anything from Nightwing these last couple of years, we know he never has to do it alone. One thing's for certain, though, Bloodhaven will never be the same after this. And this one we should not go into too far because we are going to do a good deep dive. But it's over. I can't believe it's over.
Yeah. I spent most of yesterday binging it, catching up. I'm up to 116.
Yeah.
117 comes out on the app, I'm guessing Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just like,
and then I should be near a comic book store this week, so I should be able to pick up 118 and read it this week. Yeah, I think that's worth just going and picking up to read.
Yeah, the next group is Dan Waters and Dexter Soy. So Dan Waters, I mean, he's done a good bit of stuff, but I mean, these are big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Like I know recently he's done some detective comics, which that leads me to believe that he might, be good for Nightwing specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give everyone a chance, but like you said, these are big shoes to fill.
Yeah, especially from where we were to what we got.
Yeah.
But
it's just been so good for so long.
I know. Tom Taylor.
Don't leave us. But what is leaving us is Han Solo and Carbonite and Star Wars. Because we have a new era. The final battle of the Galactic Civil War begins in October. This month.
I mean, so you were saying that, so the next thing is another full storytelling initiative. Like, for anyone out there who doesn't know, Star Wars, basically for the last couple years, has just filled in the blanks between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they've done a whole lot of stuff. I don't know if you read that final issue of Star Wars yet, but they pull out all the stops. Like they are world building like nobody's business on an IP that's already been done for a long time. And it's very impressive. But I'm now just wondering where they go from here.
Well,
they are.
It's going to be post Return of the Jedi.
So now are they just going to fill in the blanks between Return and A Force Awakens?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's a big window to fill, but
that's a huge window. That's what I'm saying.
But maybe it's just now they have more roadmap. You know what I mean? Like they have more range to roam.
Well, yeah, I guess that's because there's a lot. I mean, when
it is Marvel, like I'm impressed Star Wars made it to 50. But if you think about
really
it,
did
before
made it
it,
to 50.
yeah, before it was like what 70 something, the 2015 run.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, the other thing too is like, I guess now they can finally start bringing in more canon. Because
Yeah,
obviously, like the shows are trying to bring in the shows and movies are going to focus more on the High Republic,
yeah, 75
but
issues.
every yeah, but everybody who was a fan before Disney bought it wants some of those Luke stories from after the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So now I guess they do have like the freedom to kind of
Mm-hmm.
revisit the legends and see how things are gonna, get more Sith in there, fill in some of the holes in the canon that have shown. Which, say what you will about Disney and Marvel, I think they've done an okay job.
Yeah. Yes, there are holes. Yes, it's okay. When you expand across so many mediums and
Yeah,
have so many teams working on this, it's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
and I mean, like my thing too is like that's where you get people are upset when something happens. They're like, well, that this used to be canon. Like it will be again. If it
Yeah.
was good, then it'll come back. They know that they don't need to reinvent Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
they just it takes time to basically take over and revitalize. And I mean, one of the largest properties there is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that said, I'm excited to see where they go after this. I mean, see some young Kylo Ren.
Be cool.
Yeah, I think they can do a lot. I mean, the final issue of Star Wars, like the main run, has Luke talking to Ben Solo
Mm-hmm.
as a student. Now they've also already started to do some stuff. Like they did the Knights of Ren story where they show Kylo Ren, become a Knight of Ren. Um, but I think that it would be cool to see them open up a little bit more stuff, outside of the movies,
Yeah.
which is especially what they did well with all these books that are ending now, like Darth Vader,
Yeah. How are you gonna have a Darth
Bounty
Vader book
Hunters.
post Return of the Jedi?
Oh yeah,
You
we're not
can't.
gonna get that.
No.
You can't.
But that was like
But
this. There was the Star Wars book, and then there was Darth Vader was kind of like the second flagship book. So I'm wondering if there will be a
it's so
second.
good, man. Well, no, what I would assume is so they built a few characters in the Darth Vader book. Um, I'd assume we see them post return. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I mean, they've
Um,
built such a main character out of Dr. Afra.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Um, yeah. I mean, again, they have so much room to go. Now, I do wish Disney would kind of focus a little bit more. Because I mean, they're releasing comic books and IP for after Return of the Jedi, but then they're also working the High Republic, and it feels like
yeah.
I think it's getting a little bit too muddled.
Maybe
Like
we.
look at the Acolyte. Say what you
Yeah.
will about it, like the
I
story
enjoyed it.
was gonna. I enjoyed it, but
It
the
wasn't
first
my
season
favorite Star
story
Wars.
wasn't really there yet. You know,
Yeah.
um, I think it needed a season two, but
Yeah.
it's like I feel like when you spread yourself so thin, that's what you start getting.
Yeah.
Is like kind of a mixed review on everything. Whereas anything before the movies ever happened should have no problem.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an untold thing for the most part when it comes to other than like the legends and video games that aren't canon yet.
Sure. I mean, and that's what I love about the comic books is it's that in between.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited to see where they go. I got to figure out now what I'm pulling though, because
I tried to do some digging. It's hard. It might be New York Comic Con news. We might get that this
yeah,
week.
that would make sense. That would make sense.
Because I
We
was
got New
looking
York.
like we have a couple since we stopped doing the show. I wasn't looking at Comics Weekly anymore, but the when I tried to do a search of what Star Wars books are currently coming out, you had like the Ashoka book, which I'm sure is a miniseries, and
Mhm.
the Inquisitors, which I'm sure is a miniseries. I'm sure these are all kind of stopgap, keep more Star Wars books on the shelf temporarily until this new Battle of Jakku finishes, and then we get into our main books of this new era.
Yeah, so Battle of Jakku, what is it? Insurgency Rising?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll have to. Jakku is where Rey's from, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the planet they find her on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Issue 2 comes out this week of Star Wars
dude,
Battle of Jakku
my
Insurgency
man Bib
Rising.
Fortuna,
Hmm?
my man Bib Fortuna's in it.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he survive? No, I'm assuming it takes place probably before. Who knows? Who
Who knows?
knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, no, that's the thing is I need to figure out because the last time I pulled Star Wars and Darth Vader,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of let the other ones come out on the app.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm hoping that they don't have so much again. You know,
Well,
'Cause, like,
that's not even true. That's just that segment of Star Wars because you were also pulling High Republic.
yeah, well, High Republic's a little different. It's only 10
Well,
issue
that's
runs.
different.
High
That's
Republic.
different. Yeah.
It's only 10
Yeah.
issue runs. But yeah, I mean that. I hope that
It's
it's
only
not
for the
spread
majority
out
of a
across
year. No big deal. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're getting to the X-Men level with me, where it's like I'm like, damn, I could
Yeah.
literally just read Star Wars.
Well, that's what I was doing for a couple months.
Yeah, you've done the deep dive
Mm-hmm.
where I tried to keep up.
Yeah, I skip the ones that are like flashbacks or like movie retellings. I skip those
Oh
ones,
man,
but
dude. Actually, think this is going to be going on for a while. So if you look at the Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku trade,
yeah.
which shows at the bottom. So Marvel's Star Wars storytelling reaches the post-Return of the Jedi era in the wake of Battle of Endor. Can Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and the nascent New Republic stave off an unexpected and deadly new threat? Because a defiant Imperial is about to take center stage and go on the offensive, but what is the deadly villain's connection to Darth Vader? So on. Collecting Star Wars Battle of Jakku, Insurgency Rising 1 through 4. Star Wars Battle of Jakku, Republic Under Siege 1 through 4. And then Star Wars Battle of Jakku, Last Stand 1 through 4.
Oh, so we have a year of this.
Seemingly. I mean, is there not a Star Wars? Yeah, I don't know. I guess there isn't a Star Wars title. Oh,
No, it's 2 a week.
It's
Yeah, I see. Yeah, they're numbered 1 of 12, 2 of 12, 3 of 12, but 3 came out in September. Or 3 came out. They're coming out quicker than monthly.
interesting. Well, we'll have to figure that out. And if anyone out there is listening and knows and has stayed on with us this long, tell us.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to diving into this now that I've caught up on Nightwing. That was my initial order, was catch up on Nightwing, then catch up on Star Wars. Because catching up on Nightwing was a little more feasible.
Yeah, Nightwing's a little...
It's only one book.
A little bit easier to catch.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, I mean, I still... Like, I've... Yeah, I've managed to stay pretty caught up even while we haven't been doing this, but I still got some work to do too. Like, too many issues.
Yeah. So I'm already caught up for next week, but I'll be caught up for this week next week. So cool.
All right. Well, anything else for this week? Coming back from a nice little break?
That's all I got.
Uh,
Yeah. Happy to be back. Glad to be back. Hope you guys are happy to see us back. Let us know down in the comments what was your if you made it this far. Leave a comment so that we know by leaving what your favorite thing is that you read between when we stopped and when we're back. And if you, again, like Murphy
and
said, if you
also,
have
don't
any
forget.
topics that you would like us to discuss at the end of a top 5, let us know, and we will be sure to dive into it.
And now, also, guys, we've got New York Comic Con going on. It's about to start this week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Thursday,
Yep.
Friday,
Now,
Saturday, Sunday.
sadly, I won't be there, but share with us the stuff you guys see, and if you're there, let us know stuff that you guys saw.
Cool. All right.
Looks like absolute Batman covers everywhere.
Well, actually, maybe next week's topic will be New York Comic Con. We'll see if there's enough news out of it, and then we'll push
we'll
Nightwing
see
a
what
week.
we
We'll see.
figure out.
We'll see. So until next week, when we figure out what we're going to talk about, we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.